Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to another installment of the 5 o'clock reboot, where we will be starting your week off right. Today is a special day.
So special.
You already see it straight up in front and center. I have been agonizing, staring at this bottle every day since I've gotten it.
Oh god, dude, I'd say it's been a challenge.
I keep thinking to myself, one swig, just one, just get a taste. No. I actually have 2 bottles in my possession because I was like, I need one to drink and one to keep.
Yes.
Because that's a collector's item.
100%.
So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Assassin's Creed 15th anniversary straight bourbon whiskey.
Oh my god.
Now, there's nothing really special about that for some people who are not as big as a fan as I am, but this is something that is right up our alley.
100%.
Something that we follow and love.
Yes.
And this isn't the only thing they're coming out with.
Oh my god, what else are they coming out with?
They are coming out with a vodka,
Oof.
which is going to be a Valhalla-themed vodka.
Oh, okay.
And then they're coming out with a spiced rum. I have not heard anything about what the spiced rum is supposed to look like, but they did release and say that they're going to be making the Valhalla a vodka. So it's a Valhalla-themed vodka.
Now, I understand they were going for the, alliteration there. You know, come get the Valhalla vodka. That's such a alcohol producer mentality.
That was the first idea they came up with, but they were like, let's put this one up first.
Yeah, they didn't throw enough turds at the wall for anything to stick. Don't get me wrong. It's going to sell like nobody's business. And yes, we are going to do it. Obviously. But it just kills me, man. Because, they could have retch out. Any company would have went bonkers. Any brewery or meadery would have went balls to the wall bonkers to just switch gears to this.
Oh yeah. So this is a company that produced the company that produced the alcohol is an actual company. Hold on. So the actual company that made this is Anthem Studios, I think, but Tennessee Legend is where we got it from. I don't know if it's exclusive to them or what, but that's where it came from. It was distilled in Texas. It was bottled by Crystal Falls Spirits in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Wait, Crystal Ball Spirits? Where is this?
That's what I want to know.
That can't be hidden from the internet. Hold on.
I'm sorry. Bottled here?
Hold up. This shit that's going everywhere
Is bottled here.
They said, who who knows how to mass produce whiskey? And they chose Dolly Parton Land?
Dolly Parton Land. I'm so confused though, because there's no way. I'm
looking up Crystal Ball Bottling. Wait, Crystal Ball Bottling. Wait, is that the name of the company?
Crystal Falls Spirits.
Crystal Falls Spirits. No, yeah, because whenever I got Crystal Ball Bottling, I got milk.
Let me look. I'm gonna look up this bottle again.
Crystal Falls Spirits. Point of interest. 870 Winfield Dunn. Pittman Center.
So I'm going to check this out real quick and see if they have a picture of the back. Because this may be something that's just sectional, right?
Dude.
What?
This is, the apartment complex that got built over there, right as you go into Kodak? Right off 66?
Yeah.
That's where this is bottled.
Oh my God. Let me see if they have very rare. Yeah, okay, buddy. Is that why I got 2 of them?
Maybe it is something that's going to be very rare. Like they may not make as much of this.
No, it's still bottled. This is another website that I found it. It is still bottled in Sevierville, Tennessee. What about you? Show me some pictures. Yes, I'm 21 or older.
Wait, isn't that a Tennessee Legend like location though?
It might be. But here's the question now. How?
How are they bottling it?
How? Why here? Sevierville, Tennessee. Of all the places that this could be done, Sevierville, Tennessee.
Well, now here's the thing, bro. You gotta take into account. Ever since, like, people have been allowed to manufacture alcohol here, it has boomed, bro. Like, we're talking like this stuff has been getting sent across the world. Like, it's not just across the nation. Shit gets sent all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe they said, hey, you know, we can hop on this train. And I guess one of the, which really and truly, it's all like the marketing and comms people, you know, and their connections that they have, right? Like with Sugarlands, they had somebody in marketing. They brought somebody on or brought somebody into communications, one of the two departments, I can't remember, who had connections to NASCAR, who had worked with NASCAR before. And that's how they were able to segue their business into that, right? So the company sees somebody, says, hey, you've worked with these people. We're going to wave you some fat stacks of cash if you'll come and work for us, because obviously you're good at your job because you worked for them. And you can also help us, like, get their name on our stuff so we can both benefit from this sale. Like, which I guess is what happened with them.
That's...
But the fact that one of the distilleries around here said, hey, I know a guy who has connections with Ubisoft.
Now I kind of want to like get in contact with them and be like, hey, you guys need voice actors or mocap actors or something, because
dude, I would be an NPC. I would be tickled shitless, you know, if I was like, hey, I can scream really good in the mic, like I can pretend to die. Like, and I can
just let me die.
A random guard. You know what I mean?
But I've waited long enough for this.
Yeah, we need to try this, bro.
So, without further ado,
absolutely,
the opening of the bottle.
Ugh. Get that quick pop one more time.
There it is. One more time for let me bring the gain up a little bit. One more time for you know, continuity. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Would you like to take a whiff?
I would love to take a whiff. Whiffing's what I'm good at.
That is actually a good smelling whiskey.
Yeah, that smells good. This might cure me.
Our boy Alex is a little under the weather. It's nothing serious, thankfully.
It's just fucking mold in my house. I was wondering why the other day. I was wondering why my house. I was like, I was like, why does it smell kind of like a wet dog, or wet shit?
It smelled like wet.
Yeah, I was like, something smells wet and old. I said, what is that? And then I looked at my AC unit in my bedroom, you know, where I have the air blow on me as I sleep. And I saw so much. I was like, oh my God. Right? So I've been hitting it with like chemical cleaners and shit. Like, I'll turn it off and I'll spray it down like really heavy, and then I'll leave because I can't get in there to wipe the shit out. You know what I mean?
It's pulling it from somewhere, so you may have to check the other side.
I live on kind of on a hit, like on a cliff hill.
I know.
I don't have a ladder.
Get a ladder.
I could get a ladder. I'm renting. I could borrow one from the landlord.
There you go.
Since this is 90 proof, I'm doing us half shots.
Yeah.
because I do want us to enjoy the flavor. With it being this stout, I have a feeling that it is going to feel like rubbing alcohol in our mouth as soon as we hit it. I'm going to go ahead and say, I firmly believe, especially knowing that it's been made around here, as soon as this touches our lips, it is going to light a fire that will slowly burn all the way down.
Yeah.
Now, there is a chance it could be pleasant because we have had pleasant burns.
We have had pleasant burns.
Very pleasant burns in the past. All right, let me set this up here.
I said this with full confidence. This may very well be awful. And I'm fully accepting of this. Because I bought 2 for a reason. One to have, one to drink. This is a mainstream alcohol deal, basically. So with us, we've only had a handful of good popular drinks like Aviation Gin, the Lobos, things like that. This right here, I am fully expecting to be bad.
Understood.
But I'm okay with that.
Especially now that we know that it's made here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that people around here make bad stuff. I'm just saying generally when it comes to straight up stuff,
it's a little stout.
You drink it with a purpose.
Yeah. First one's free.
First one's free. Where did you get this?
Tennessee Legends. I will be the first to say this. That's not bad.
I am very happy to be proven wrong. Right now, I made an assumption that because it was, I feel that in my arms.
I feel it right in my chest. I was shit talking this thing.
We were both shit talking it. I was like, man.
I was shit talking this since I got it. I was like, it's some mainstream, blah, blah, blah. Like, first off, I already don't like bourbon. It's going to be straight. It's just, bah. But that's not bad.
Like, there is it is very much a whiskey, but there was a sweetness that was in that. Like, did you catch it for a second? Like, it was just like a, like,
yeah.
There
and it's actually kind of sitting. So it's not a burning like I expected.
Right.
It's actually a warming, which,
dude, I'm
at a loss for words.
I am going to have to go to Tennessee Legend.
You need to. I will say, this bottle is expensive. I paid $84 for this. For just one.
I will have to go to Tennessee Legend on Friday.
But I got that. And people, I mean, even the bartender was like, yeah, no, man, people have been saying this stuff's really good. They like it, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But I took the shot and I even finished off what was left in it. Because I was fully expecting it to be terrible. It's not a burn. It's more like a warming. It doesn't taste awful. I think I found my new favorite bourbon.
For real, something has to be absolutely bussin' for me to say, I think I'm going to go pay almost $100 on alcohol. And I think this has done it for me because it's very rare, especially with the strength, because 90 proof, that's 45%. It's very rare for something to be that strong and that flavorful.
Oh, yeah.
Because you and I have had some whiskeys that are up there that have next to no flavor. You can tell that, like,
there's the barrel and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you're going to get that with every whiskey, you know what I mean? But, like,
to catch actual notes.
I was going to say, those are copy-paste whiskeys. This has a distinct flavor. Golly, dude.
Good pick. Good pick.
That was a very good pick on your part. I am so proud of you.
I am patting myself on the back.
You should be.
So the
For
way that I
many
came
reasons.
by this was sheer happenstance. I would not have known that Assassin's Creed even released this. Come on. I wouldn't have known that they released any kind of alcohol, period, if it wasn't for one of the customers who came to the distillery and noticed my tattoo. And they said, they have an Assassin's Creed whiskey right now, right? I was like, what? It's like, you're fucking with me. And they showed me a picture of it. I said, where is this? I got serious. I was like, because I usually joke at work, and I was like, where is this? It's like, you tell me right now, where is this? And they said, it's at Tennessee Shine, or not Tennessee Shine, but Tennessee Whiskey. And I was like, I must go. I must away. So I took all the money that I got from the job that day and immediately went to Tennessee Shine and picked up a bottle right then and there.
As you should have. I had my mic muted.
I had my apprehensions about it, obviously.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, for reasons, I'm going to only put like a quarter shot in my drink, and that will be the only other alcoholic beverage that I have for the night. For reasons that you know. But I have a sneaking suspicion that you are going to drink a fuck ton of this.
Fuck yeah. I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, but let me tell you, dude.
This is the only time for the rest of the year. Because I checked the schedule for my workplace, like their hours. And after this, I go in the evening. Like, I will be having to work the day after we record, but it'll be the evening, so that's okay. And on top of that, in the next part of my job, near the end of the year, they'll be closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So,
nice.
like, this is the literal only day until, like, maybe March that I have to get up early.
Nice. I'm very excited for this.
Now,
Ooh.
I said that I'm only having a quarter shot. How much do you want in yours? Do you want a full shot?
I'm going to do a full shot for now. And if I feel like I could do more, I'm going to do more, boy. It's going to be beautiful, boy. Very excited. Mainly because I'm also excited to see how this amaretto, this whiskey sour is going to taste. I was going to say I'm going to move that around a little bit, let it kind of catch along. Yeah, I got like a perfect seal on mine.
Yeah, you do. It's slowly dripping down. Oh, you're going to have a bad time.
I'm going to have a great time.
Well, you know why I say that?
Why?
Because since you just shook all that to the bottom, the mixture that I'm going to have to make is
I'm going to mix it.
Going to be on... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to shake it around, let it mix a little bit. Well, since the ice is shuffled it around a bit, it should be fine now. But man,
Half shot's good.
this right here, I have been dreading it, and I've also been excited for it for the past week. I think I could safely say week.
Yes.
And then I immediately made the money that I had to go make to get another bottle of this. It is fantastic. I'm super excited about it. And I'm actually happy that it's not garbage. Ooh, oh. Let me get that for you.
Okay, now, it doesn't look like it's going to be that sour. Just you wait.
Just you wait, folks. For those of you on Spotify, he just poured it full of cranberry.
Crapple. Now, this will require some mixing, and I'll tell you why. Because we're not just doing cran apple. Oh, dude, mine's got a crack in it. Look.
Yeah, mine got a crack.
My ice ball has a crack.
My ice ball has a crack. You did a spooky splash.
Because to give this the sour that we need, I'm going to have to open this bottle properly. Because there's a seal on this.
To open this bottle properly.
There's a seal on this lemon juice.
Lemon. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm very excited to see how this goes. This may become my daily drink for a little bit until the bottle runs empty. Gonna have to squeeze you, boy.
Yeah. That is sexy.
I love that.
Are you seeing that right there?
I am. That's how I'm mixing it, by the way.
You know, I gotta say, I think it's divine intervention why this is the drink that we're doing, because could you imagine drinking something like with an Assassin's Creed alcohol that doesn't kind of resemble blood?
And something that a mega fan like me could get my hands on that is bottled in my hometown that I was born and raised in. Like, that's kind of a big fucking deal.
A very big deal. Speaking of a mega fan, being a mega fan of this franchise, I have another friend who's a mega fan of this franchise, and they've told me some news.
There's some big news that they just released.
This is sour.
Excellent.
Hold on. Let me. This may be bad. If it's bad, I apologize. This actually tastes like a sour mix. That like you would get out of the store.
I like this.
This is kind of like a sweet and sour mix.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
I'm happy. I'm giddy right now.
If you're happy and you're giddy, like if the shot tasted good for you, and if this drink is tasting good for you, then dude, I think I may have to carry you into your bed tonight.
Probably.
Holy fuck, son.
So, I've been playing Assassin's Creed ever since I was a kid. Came out 15 years ago. The first Assassin's Creed came out. Assassin Altair ibn al-Had. He was an assassin based around Masyaf. Big deal for me as a kid because it was a game that people were thinking was like going to be terrible because the concept was like you just stab people. But it immediately took off.
Well, yeah, the story. So sorry.
You could have just muted your mic, dingus.
I didn't think I was going to ding it.
Dingy.
Hi. My name's Big Al and I hit dingers.
My name's Big Al and I hit dingers.
But anyway, the story in the first one. Now, can I tell you a little story?
Tell me a little story.
Now, I can remember being a very young child, far too young, to be thinking about this kind of stuff, right? But I remember my brother and my cousin, who had come over to spend the night with my brother, had rented a game from a video store. Do you remember that shit?
I miss it.
I miss going in there and just being like...
It was a totally different atmosphere.
It was an experience that so many people will never know of. Like, it was glorious.
So, something to run off of that as well. Did you know that the last Blockbuster in existence is now an Airbnb?
Yes. I have actually talked about this with some people at work. Because I was like, what if we made an indie film? And I was wanting to talk to you about this. You could produce it cheap. Because, you could use, phone cameras and shit. Because, they're so advanced now.
Oh, yeah.
You could use phone cameras. And I'm sure if you got in contact with the people who own this last Blockbuster, if you got in contact with them, they may be willing to help you fund some of it. And you could, it could be a road trip movie. How many good road trip movies are coming out right now?
So Jalalabadi has actually talked about this as well.
Then it must happen.
So we've talked about simply going there anyway. Now, what would you think about actually doing this, taking a road trip for the channel and going and staying at the last Blockbuster in existence?
I think that would be wonderful. I love the idea. Now, keep in mind, isn't it in like Oregon?
Wouldn't stop me.
I mean, I know, like it'd be a nice trip out west. It would have to be like
we would need to take a few days off.
We would need to take a few days off. We would also we got to drive if we want to make this worth anything, man.
Oh yeah. So road trips are my favorite. I hate being stuck in a car for hours on end, but there's nothing like it. Being able to actually drive out and check out the scenery of different places, stopping at major events and things like that you'll see as you pass by. There's nothing like a road trip. Flying is cool. But whenever I went to Halloween Horror Nights last year, we stopped at a lot of different locations, including Buc-ee's, to just check stuff out. And that's always such a fun thing to do. If you ever go on a road trip, never settle for flying on a plane, because you miss out on everything in between.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I do want to fly someday. Like, I need to experience that.
It is cool.
But, like, for something that far out, you know, like, if it's already going to be a long trip, you know, instead of being like, oh, yeah, we'll get there and we'll stay for a week, drive for a few days, stop in these different towns, man. Like, there's all kind of towns, like, within, like, a couple hours of here that are killer places just to visit.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, over in North Carolina, there's a place that's like an hour, maybe hour and a half, from where my girlfriend went to school. You know, it's where they filmed the Andy Griffith Show. You know what I'm saying? You could go, like, you could fucking go to Mayberry. You could go to Mount Airy. It is killer. Holy hell in a handbasket.
Another.
Who are you?
Another. Yes. But this is something that we must plan. Because, like I said, I also want to go to... I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights this year. I want to go back to Disney. I want to stay at the actual ship. The new resort that they have. There's a lot of plans that I have, and it's going to take some time to execute that. The biggest thing that I'm trying to do right now is get all that stuff together. I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights this year. Big plan. I've already been saving up a lot of money for it. Basically just taking advantage of all my tips that I get from my job.
Hey, listen, you do, you know, it's your money. Use it when you need it.
Use it when you need it. But, to go to the last Blockbuster, because I mean, I used to go there as a kid. I'm not sure, not to insult your age here, but I don't know if you were cognizant when Blockbuster was a thing.
Now, I remember seeing a Blockbuster in Sevierville. My brother and I never went to that one. We never went to that video store. In the beginning, the earliest that I remember going to video stores, there was one right near my house, right? It was like right off of like the T-Stern Veterans little junction.
Yeah.
And now it's like a cabin rental, like office or some shit like that.
Well, there was one that I used to go to called Popcorn Video.
I went to Popcorn Video all the fucking time.
And we missed that cat, bro.
Dude, 100%. There was that one that was there, and I remember whenever I was a kid, like, it was a little tiny place, dude, like tiny little hole, and they had so much shit, dude. It was decked out to the nines in there, like,
and popcorn.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about the other place. This wasn't the Popcorn Video. Like, this little hole in the wall, dude. Like, you walked in and you walked into another world. Like, it was kind of like this dim lighting, like this dim and red lighting. Like, the guy that was working behind the counter was always super chill, and like, I remember they had a Freddy Krueger statue in there. It was sexy.
That makes me sad.
Dude, it was so nice. And there was a game that I got for the PS2 there. it was one of the Tekken games, because my brother was like, have you ever tried this game, like these games? I was like, no, because everything that I'd played was his. You know what I'm saying? He was like, dude, you're missing out. He's like, we got to get Tekken. It was Tekken 4. But man, so many good memories. And after that one closed down, we started going to this video store that was off of Wares Valley, right there across from Pigeon Forge High, and there was a Subway there. Like,
yes,
that
I
was
remember that.
You know the building I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Was this a popcorn?
I think Popcorn Video was its own like franchise.
I got you. I didn't know if it was like a popcorn video or not.
No, that was a Hollywood. That was a Hollywood video.
That's right. Now I remember going in there. They had that Smeagol cutout.
Yeah.
That like was sitting up and was always looking at you. Before I'd watched Lord of the Rings, like, and I was like little, that used to like freak me out. But and Freddy Krueger didn't for some reason. But anyway, I remember like just walking through there, because that one was massive compared to the one that we used to go to. Like, we used to like spend a long time in there just walking around, and there's a certain smell to like a video
there is
store.
like it's like musky, but then there's popcorn. It smells like an old building.
It does, and there is an atmosphere that I don't think anywhere else here will give you.
Yeah,
like it's so sad to me, but there's gonna come a day someone is going to open like a video store type thing as a retro place.
I don't think they will.
I mean, they may not, but like it is a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the idea. You do that, right? You could totally do it because people sell Blu-rays and things like that. But 95% of what you have now is a streaming service.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything, bro, because everything I watch is streaming.
Exactly. So people said this, and they always like shit on them for it. There was always something special about physically holding it in your hand.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a video game, it was something special about physically opening it up, taking the disc out, and putting it in your console. There's always something so special about that. I play PC now. It's not as special. I click a few buttons, I wait a minute, I can play it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But there was always something so special about that with movies as well. I have DVDs. I've got the entire Last Airbender series in DVD. I have.
Yes, sir.
I love having a physical copy of what it is. So on one hand, no one would go to this video store, but on the other hand, people would go to the video store, especially people around our age, because that was our childhood.
That's what I was saying. Like it wouldn't make it long lasting, obviously, and it couldn't become a franchise. But it would definitely be something you could do for a couple years.
Yeah. I think maybe as like a hobby store. So like, here's what I would say to that kind of idea. So first off, if that were to be an idea, we need to do it. But first we'd have to make Boontu bucks. Boontu bucks.
Yeah, because like we know that we would be sinking more into that than we would be getting out.
Yeah.
Like with the streaming, everybody would forget to bring the shit back. Golly, dude. We never really rented games much. And I'll tie it back around to like what I was trying to say in a minute, but for real, dude. These stores, do you remember they used to be video stores in food cities?
Yeah.
I remember, like, I've rented shit out of those. Like, the
one in Sevierville used to have a video store just right there.
The one in Gatlinburg did too.
And this used to be such a huge thing, but Netflix literally destroyed that. It started with Redbox.
That's what I was going to say. Redbox started that because you could just walk up to a kiosk, press a couple buttons, pull out your DVD or your game or whatever, and they were like, it's $1 a day. It's $1 a day. You know why they were able to do $1 a day? Because they didn't have to pay electric. They didn't have to pay all this. I mean, there was so much. I mean, they did have to pay for some stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they didn't have to pay for staff. They didn't have to pay for cleaning supplies. They didn't have to pay a water bill. They didn't have to pay for any of this shit.
They just set up a kiosk, and paid for that. That's what it's what kind of ruined, because Netflix used to be a video kiosk, and now Netflix is one of the biggest streaming services, albeit the worst streaming service in existence. Now, I can't shit talk it too much because rounding right back to Assassin's Creed, they're making a television series for Assassin's Creed. I am fighting tooth and nail. I've been digging and digging and digging for hours to try to find out how I could be a part of that. There's so many. So they announced a load of stuff a few days ago. They're talking about the first one coming out is Mirage, the newest title, but they were coming out with Codename Hex, Codename Red, and Codename Jade. Big deal, because they've never announced release titles ever.
Right.
They've just said, hey, here you go. They would like hint at it and leave previews and stuff like that, so you knew what was coming, but you wouldn't know until they were ready. But now they have an actual plan. They have an actual set goal. Like, here you go. Here's what we're going to give you. Instead of just being like, here you go. Have fun.
Yeah, like it. I don't know what's got into them. Well, I think they realized, well, obviously they realized the cash cow that they've had for the past 15 years. But, I mean, the fact that they're throwing these bones out for us, it's so nice.
It tickles me to death because, like I said, I've been playing it since I was a kid. And that was my history teacher growing up. I graduated high school by bullshitting, by basically reiterating what I learned from these video games.
Dude, yeah. Like, oh my God. I remember I tried the first Assassin's Creed when my brother and my cousin rented it one time, right? And then I saw it later, like a few years later. And that's when I was like, I think I'm going to give this a shot, because that was that game that they were playing. And my brother hated it in the beginning. Like, he didn't think, he was like, that's not that cool, you know? And the first one, you either liked it or you didn't.
Yeah.
That's how it was. And then as they started releasing the other games and changing up the fighting mechanics, in the second one, you could fucking swim.
That was something that I hated about the first. Altair Ibn Alahad was the best assassin of his time.
100%.
He was the biggest deal in his area.
Couldn't swim.
Motherfucker couldn't swim.
Couldn't swim
Motherfucker could not fucking swim. How could you not swim? You can topple governments, attack world leaders, kill them successfully, wielded an apple of Eden, one of the pieces of Eden. Motherfucker couldn't swim. Now, granted, it was a mechanic that they couldn't do, so they just made you die. And thankfully, they fixed that by the second one. But like, bro, boy was a literal god amongst men. Couldn't fucking swim.
Yeah, for real. And I think in the second one, or in the second one and in Brotherhood, for you to 100% that game, there were like little, you remember the little side things? It was like, you gotta, like, it's like, kill the target without being detected, or it's like, don't be detected for longer than whatever, things like that to 100% missions.
The small side objectives.
Yeah, the side objectives. There were some objectives where you were, like you would be in these river towns, and it'd be like, carry out the mission without getting wet or without swimming.
Without touching water.
Without touching water. That's how they worked it. I want to play these games so bad right now.
I have played and beaten every single game to date besides Odyssey and Valhalla. I've played and beaten every single game. I don't play Odyssey because Odyssey, in my personal opinion, is bad. It's not an Assassin's Creed. They are not assassins. They are mercenaries. I have never seen such BS in my life as Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, if you didn't put Assassin's Creed on the title, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, in Valhalla, they have something to do with the assassins, Well, I can't really say anything either. So in Valhalla, technically, the main character does not become an assassin. To my knowledge, I've never beaten it, but I've seen people play it. And also in Black Flag, Edward technically never becomes an assassin. He never goes through the actual steps. He stays as a pirate and then becomes a privateer and then goes back to England, raises Hatham, and then he's a little bitch. But
Right.
Have you played any besides the first?
I played all the way up through 3, and I played a good chunk of 4. Whenever they changed the fighting mechanics in 3, that is where they kind of started like hitting me. The weapons were really cool. That's what kept me hung in 3. But like the counter was a whole new thing, and it was, to me, it was more cinematic than challenging. In 4 and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Like, the combat was so much simpler than it was in 2. Like, in Brotherhood, they even like made it simpler with the kill streaks. It's like you kill 2 people, and then all you have to do is just walk up to somebody and press X, and you've killed them, and you just keep that going. And it's like, you know,
yeah.
like,
Well, I mean, they never really changed that. I'll agree that it became a little more cinematic, but for as big of a world as Black Flag was,
I mean,
that was a big deal.
It is a big deal, and it was at the time. I do get that. It's just like I never sat down and played all the way through. I've played like a good amount of the story. I haven't got halfway, so I guess not a good amount of the story, but like there are a whole bunch of other things in the game you could do that I'm very interested in. But I think I had watched somebody play a decent amount of Unity.
We don't talk about Unity.
Yeah, the Thief.
Unity. So my main gripe with Unity isn't the fact that it's a bad game, because it wasn't that bad as a game, but it was the character development was terrible. They basically copy and pasted the story of the love interest, because the love interest was like his stepsister who was a Templar.
Oh,
yeah, from what I remember. And so it was that like a classic, like, we can't be together. You're a Templar. I'm an assassin. But they already did that with Altair.
yeah.
Altair had a baby with a Templar.
Mm-hmm.
Arno his character was just bland. It was just bland. Don't get me wrong. The game looked beautiful, but it was just bland. I didn't enjoy it. My favorite Assassin's Creed is actually Rogue.
I wanted to try Rogue
I have it.
Rogue came out. I have it downloaded on my Xbox. I just haven't played it. That's my issue.
It's so good.
They released Rogue when they not long after they released 4.
Correct. They reused the assets from 3.
Okay.
Such a good game.
Now, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, because so in Rogue, it gives you the perspective of the Templars and how they believe. So a lot of people kind of talked about like the Templars are straight bad guys, right?
Right.
But in Rogue, it gives you their side of the story.
Okay.
It completely demonizes the assassins, the entire story, because it talks about how they were. So if you haven't played the game, it's been out for a while. Tough titties.
Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, this episode's not for you. You probably didn't listen to the last one, so go give that one a listen. I'm just kidding.
You probably skipped the last one where we sat for like 15, 20 minutes trying to talk to a ghost. So it basically bastardizes the Assassin's Brotherhood, because in the story, the main protagonist, Shay Cormac, is an assassin, and he's sent out to recover a precursor. but he touches it, and the entirety of Portugal collapses. It becomes such a big thing that he felt betrayed by the assassin cause, and what ended up happening is he switches over to the Templar side. So now you understand they're not trying to end the world per se, they're trying to preserve it. They're trying to advance technologies and give humans the upper hand in this developing world. But the assassins try to stop them from doing that because they have to develop in their own time.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. And that makes sense when you think about the things that were going on in present day with Abstergo. Speaking of the present day arc, at the end of 3, I think deep down in me, that is a part, like that plays a part of like why I dropped off. Like
because
I
of
did.
Desmond dying.
Because of Desmond, yeah, man. Like that broke me because I was like, what? I was like, what are we gonna do now? And then whenever we went to 4, and you were in the company making the game, right? And you see fucking Sean, I'm like, okay, something's going on here. But I never.
So there's a theory that I have concocted in my brain. So they recover Desmond's body to extract his DNA to continue following the Kenway bloodline. But they recover his body, and then they recover what's called the Shroud of Eden. The Shroud of Eden is something that basically, in layman's terms, heals the body.
Oh?
Completely. To my knowledge, I'm not up to date on the lore. I haven't played the game in years. I've played a bit of a Black Flag and Rogue and stuff like that. But what I understand, they're trying to like recreate Desmond, possibly. The last thing I remember vividly is them having these anthropomorphic creatures in tanks. And the main scientist is being handed a Shroud of Eden. Now, again, they recovered Desmond's body.
Right.
They extracted his DNA to continue following the Hatham, or not the Hatham, but the Kenway bloodline. So following Edward from that point forward. Who's to say they don't try to use the Shroud to bring him back? And maybe he's been back this whole time.
Maybe he has. Like, I don't know. And I guess it just killed me because do you remember in Brotherhood how you could like leave the Animus, you could go and run around in Italy like present day? That was the coolest shit to me. And it was after Revelations. Revelation is where you go back to Abstergo, isn't it? Because in 3 you go into the ruins.
I'm currently sifting through my memories here. So 2, you go to the assassin's hideout from Italy.
Yes.
3, I think you go there to steal the apple? Question mark?
Wait, Desmond uses the apple.
Yes. I can't remember. I'm a few shots in now.
Fuck.
I'm a little dumb right now.
Dude, I'm having a hard time remembering. But the Desmond storyline was so fucking awesome. I think it was in the credits of 2. Like, when the credits were rolling, you were able to go and, like, the combat was kind of like how it was for Ezio, but you were Desmond fucking these guys up, right?
Yeah.
Because the Animus 2.0 was, it was designed better and allowed you to like retain like the muscle memory of your ancestors.
Well, he could do that anyway from the first Animus. It was called the bleeding effect. So the bleeding effect was where all these memories that you experience bleeds into your actual body. So that actually happened in the first Assassin's Creed with him learning the techniques of Altair.
Right, with the eagle vision, and he sees subject 16
or 17. It was one of the two. It was I can't remember his name. He tries to kill you. I think it's subject 17, if I remember correctly. He got the bleeding effect like super hard. His ancestors were like taking over his body, if I remember correctly.
The guy that was in there right before Desmond?
Yeah.
That was subject 16.
Subject 16. What was his name?
His name was Clay. Clay Kaczmarek.
I think so, yeah.
And
then you have to like he like helps you in Revelations or something.
Yeah, because
Revelations is where you get trapped in the Animus. Yeah, you're trapped in the Animus. That's why it's black, because it's like glitchy and stuff like that.
That's true. And yes. Okay. And in Revelations, that's where you go back and forth from playing Ezio and Altair in his older years.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Old Ezio is sexy as fuck.
Ezio, his whole life, pulled. He knew what he was doing, dude.
So there's a weird thing that bothers me to this day. Have you seen any of the Assassin's Creed movies?
I saw the one about Ezio's dad.
The one about Ezio's dad. So they have one called Embers.
I've not seen Embers. It was Lineage. Lineage was that one.
Lineage. So Embers is when Ezio finally dies.
I don't want to watch Ezio die, bro.
How do you think he goes out?
Probably how he wants to go. Fucking, isn't he? Is he fucking? Minion, tell me he's not fucking right now.
No.
Okay.
So he's an old man.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So he grows up, and he's just this old man, but he can still kick ass. His family goes to town with him, and they're doing some shopping and stuff. And there's a man. So he sits on the bench because he's old, so he needs to rest.
Right.
So he sits on a bench, and there's this man who sits beside him, and he starts having these problems, basically like a heart attack. But there's this guy that sits next to him while he's in the middle of having this attack, and he talks to him, and he kind of like gives him this look of like, yeah, it's time. He touches him twice, one to catch his hand and one to put his hand on his shoulder. This bothers me to this day. Someone was sent to kill him. I know this for a fact.
Right.
The man who sat next to him had a cross on his forearm, from what I remember. Like a Templar's cross. So either he left him to die of a heart attack, or whenever he puts his hand on his shoulder, I could swear to God I hear a sound. And he injects him with poison and kills him.
Oh, dude. That is so sad.
No blaze of glory. No massive armada to defeat, and he goes down fighting. He sits on a bench enjoying the company of his family. And this guy sits next to him, and he just simply dies on the bench. Now, granted, a man who lived the life that he lived, getting his hands on, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, multiple pieces of Eden.
Pretty sure.
He definitely had the apple, and he had I think the trident or something like that, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
And in Revelations, he gets his hand on like a key or something like that. He lived a full life. So to die on a bench, looking at his family, just enjoying the shop, I mean, that's a hell of a way to go.
And that is, yeah.
It's kind of how I want to go, honestly.
Like, it could have been way worse. Like,
but that's the last that you see of him alive. So in my mind, I'm thinking he was assassinated because fucking he's Ezio. The dude could, even in his state, he could have taken that guy, but he was just having a heart attack or something.
Yeah, no, Ezio could have. I don't doubt it, because like you got to think he was a decently old man in Revelations.
Yeah,
like
his 40s or 50s. No, he's in his 30s to 40s in Brotherhood, so he's in his 50s to 60s in Revelations.
Damn, dude.
Well, he's up there, but he'll still fuck a dude up.
Yeah. Like I always really enjoyed with Ezio the missions where you would like, and I always remember like calling the assassins in.
Yeah.
In Brotherhood.
Yeah,
like,
and they also did that in Revelations as well. They brought that mechanic back.
They did. Like
they should have kept that mechanic, honestly.
They also had these little side missions. It was kind of like a little side thing that you could do, where you like order the assassins to like take out targets or to defend. Things,
yeah.
Right. Like you would set them up, and you would
like a little tower defense thing.
Yeah. Essentially. I always loved like leveling up assassins, because like you get them to like level 10, and then you could have a ceremony to promote them to like master assassin.
Yeah.
And I just loved that, because you got to influence all of these NPCs like that you just save, right? Because like you usually found them like fighting these guards who were like, you know, shit wasn't me, and you know Ezio comes in, kicks all their asses, and he's like, hey, yo,
come work with me.
So you handled yourself pretty good back there. Like hit him with the fucking Farkas after you beat the giant in Whiterun. You know what I'm saying? You know, you handle yourself pretty good back there. He's like, why don't you come talk to, you know, the head of our guild, Jorvasker, except, wait a minute, Ezio's the head of the fucking guild. Holy shit, bro.
It was such a good run. One of my favorites. He's one of my favorite assassins.
Easily. Oh my gosh, dude. Do you remember the first time in Assassin's Creed 2 when you're walking with your uncle and you see the statues of all the assassins down there, and you see Altair in the middle? Did you like read the shit like about who they were and stuff? Oh my god, bro.
It like gives you like a legacy of who they are. It's such a
And it showed like about how widespread the assassins were, like in, you know, during the Renaissance there. Oh my god, dude. Such a wonderful series. Like just masterfully created. Now, the newer games, and I believe starting with Origins, they kind of took like a hack and slash RPG type turn,
basically,
which I feel like Ubisoft was trying to hop on a train there, you know, with the games they were making.
But they wanted to make it more RPG based, which was understandable,
right?
And I had no issues with Origins. I beat it completely, which was awesome because it like gives you the origins of the assassins. Now they're coming back to that with Mirage. So they talked about the Hidden Ones. That's what they were originally called. They're back to the Hidden Ones with Mirage, calling themselves the Hidden Ones. They're back to the old tradition where they would sever their finger. I'm kind of just figuring out how I feel about it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it. I need to play and beat Valhalla. Wow. I need to play and beat Valhalla.
I was gonna ask, do you want another drink? Because I mean, I can't drink anymore. Like, I think you could
part
take
of me wants one.
I mean, you ain't gonna work tomorrow, do you?
No.
I mean, you could take my stead. I mean, somebody's got to be drinking this.
Yeah.
You know what?
Give
I'll
me
make
another.
you. I'll make you
another. But they
And I'm gonna give you my ice too.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
My big thing about Assassin's Creed right now is the fact that they actually made a roadmap. We've been begging for a feudal Japan Assassin's Creed. We've been begging for it.
My buddy Doolittle texted me today. He's the diehard fan I was bringing up earlier. He texted me about Mirage the other day and said that he recognized a castle, like one of the things they've been leaking, recognized a castle, and it was something similar to Masyaf.
Yeah.
And he's like, they could be going back to like near Assassin's Creed 1 times too. But then he also said that they dropped a feudal, like a Japanese. He's like, we've been waiting for this.
Codename Red is going to be in feudal Japan. But now they have something called Assassin's Creed Hex and Assassin's Creed Jade. Now, Jade, you can pretty much make an assumption it's China. But Hex, I'm trying to figure out right now. And I'm hoping that they're kind of dipping their toes into like a horror-themed Assassin's Creed. That'd be kind of cool. But Hex is foreign to me right now. Ubisoft, if you ever find this, listen. I will work for free. Just pay my bills and feed me. Pay my bills, feed me, and please, for the love of God, let me work with you. It is all I ask. I am begging you. Just let me work on Assassin's Creed. Just once. Don't need to pay me. Don't need to do anything too special. Just pay my bills and feed me. And provide money for transport, but that's aside the point. I will work for you for free. I don't give a shit. Just pay my bills.
Watch you say that shit and end up like the most badass assassin like of all time.
I would shit.
Dude,
but
would
I
be
highly
so
doubt
sick.
that something like that would happen anyway. Because, like, first off, I'm just a mega fan. So, like, they're going to be like, yo, this guy's kind of cringy. Allow me to give you my resume.
How about this? He's trying to hit you up with the alternative. Y'all need a little bit of that up in there. You know what I'm saying?
The alternative.
The alternative. Now, oh my God. I cannot wait. I may have to power through these Assassin's Creed games so I can get back on the wagon. Lately I've been playing Elden Ring to try to finish it because like I feel like I fucked up my stuff a lot.
I haven't got anywhere. I have not caught up on Elden Ring at all.
Well, let me tell you. Once you get into it and like you start like leveling yourself up and getting stronger, dude, shit kind of busts. I had beat a couple of the lords today because like from where I dicked around, because number one, there was one place, had no clue how to get into it until I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to start running around these little islands, and I fucking found the key. Just there. Just found
chilling.
It. Oh no, it wasn't just chilling, dude. It was behind a dragon. So I killed the dragon, took the key.
You can't just say that casually. Yeah, just killed the dragon, took the key. You know.
Well, I got really used to mounted combat.
Ah.
I feel like it's fair with a dragon because like they'll fly and shit.
Yeah.
But either way.
I gotta pee.
Okay. Yes. Yes, everyone. Here we are. Story time with Alex.
So, side note, my triceps, my shoulders, my chest are sore as all get out. With the workouts that we've been doing, my buddy, everything hurts. So, yeah.
Kudos to you there, bud. 100% kudos to you there. Now, I'm going to bring this back around a little bit because I don't want to get us too off topic here, but we were talking about the Assassin's Creed games, and as I said earlier, whenever we were talking about the video stores and stuff like that, we never really rented games like much. I think I could count on one hand the amount of times that my brother and I had rented a game. But there was this one time I'll never forget. He rented Revelations, and that's whenever I was really heavy in Assassin's Creed. I spent a weekend. I didn't 100%, I didn't hit it with 100%, but I mean, I was just enveloped in this game. I played it like all day for a couple days, and it wasn't one of those games where you struggle much through. You just sort of keep going. But man, I beat Revelation in a couple days, and I never ended up buying it. I ended up borrowing Assassin's Creed 3, and I beat that in a weekend too, like the story.
Yeah.
But the thing about like renting games, like back then, you knew you were on a time limit.
Yeah.
Like there was no like,
there's something special about it.
Yeah, like there wasn't I'm gonna 100% this. It's like, oh, I've rented this for 3 days. I need to beat it in 2.
I had such a stressful time renting games because I would rent games like Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. And I was like, I got to beat the story now.
Yes.
And as a kid, you wouldn't think that there'd be like a consequence for keeping it too late because your parents had to go return it because of money stuff or whatever. I felt I was more inclined to bring a game back, but beat it ASAP. Speaking of which, did you know that the Blockbuster Twitter had been reactivated?
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it is a meme and a half, man.
I'm actually not on Twitter.
I get on there every now and then to keep up with some of the creators that I follow and stuff like that. Both people who are sex workers and YouTubers at the same time. Yeah.
Yes.
But some of these people who I follow and watch, I just so happen to come across Blockbuster, and they're back online, dude.
Oh boy.
Just like, I don't know if someone just got access to it, or it's an actual person who still runs Blockbuster. But man, it is just a time and a half.
Now, when you say that they are a meme, now do you mean like, how do you mean?
Let me see if I can find them real quick. I just so happened to notice them a while ago. Where's it at? Come here. Give it. Give. Blockbuster. Block. No, it's not clock. Block. Blockbuster. So the official Blockbuster. So they
What'd you find?
So I found the Twitter bio. So let's see here. So whenever I first noticed them, was way back when. So let's see. So in December of 2013 is when they started to go kind of under. Running into 2014, they started being like, hey, just please, for the love of God, give us money, come back. And then their first tweet in literally 6 years is just checking in. And it broke the internet. 19,000 replies.
Oh my God.
128,000 retweets. Okay, so we've seen enough checking out. So they come in for a second, and oh my God, like the replies have been absolutely amazing. So people like Uno, the official Uno has been responding to them. Family Video, just a lot of big name companies has been like, yo, what? And then people actually like messaging and being like, they'll like, this one took a picture of their Blockbuster DVD. It's like, I'm assuming y'all want this back. And 9 times out of 10, they'll respond to this kind of stuff and being like, what? Popeyes even replied. Freezing Cold Takes replied. Ricky Berwick, Redbox, Domino's, Bounty, like all these different major league companies has been responding to this. It has been just a time and a half. Nerdist.
Did Wendy's say anything?
I'm looking right now to see who else.
Because like I remember
Groupon,
there for a while,
Kit Kat,
it was such a meme that Wendy's,
Tony X, Walmart, Target, Stein, I don't know who that is. Lids replied. Brianna White, Elon, not Elon, but Elon. NZXT's and the computer company. Monster Cat, they replied. DiGiorno replied. Doritos. I'm sorry, what?
Dude, pizza, chips.
Mortal Kombat replied.
Mortal Kombat
replied. Atari.
Hell
bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Atari has a Twitter.
Whataburger. Walmart Canada. Xbox.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Roku. Yeah. Oh my God. There's too many people. IMDb. There's too many people to go through because it's 19,000 retweets. But instead of seen enough, checking out, and then we're back from the grave in 2022, July 22nd. We're back from the grave, baby. Trying to calculate how many times NFTs have been mentioned today. Never had late fees on this cinematic masterpiece. Giggly. It's awesome, bro. They just keep constantly just making memes. So there's like one on July 28th says thanks Netflix, and it says it's a picture of the store closing. When everyone owes late fees but you're out of business. This is the one that really got it. This is Keanu sitting on the bench. But this right here, like all the replies on this has been fantastic, where they're talking like, oh yeah, man, I haven't paid my late fees. They're like, you're the reason why we closed. It's so great. Apparently, a lot has changed since 2014. This is a literal meme lord.
Oh my gosh, bro.
That is so running sick. This channel. Little Miss went out of business.
Oh no.
Oh my God. So many dead brands have to watch their old locations being taken over. But hey, at least Sports Authority isn't a dicks. Yeah. And then it's just, bro. When we said we wanted to keep the spirit of Blockbuster alive, we didn't mean Spirit Halloween.
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't worry, we always have a place for you in our cold black hearts, replied Spirit Halloween. And then 3 days ago, why are you guys back? Us. And it's the meme of what's his name? Harry Styles spitting in the lap of what's his name?
Oh yeah.
That is just, I'm gonna follow them. That is everything.
Dude, that is so sick.
That is the best. They still have their link up for Blockbuster, but It says we're working on rewinding your movie, and it doesn't exist anymore, and it's it's the
Fucking John Travolta from Pulp Fiction.
just. Let me see if they have anything here, because this would be everything and a half. Well, let me open this in Samsung Internet. So if we tap the 3 lines here, it seems like there's nothing going on here. Hold on. Blockbuster. Yeah. No, it's just an like, this is just a meme. Blockbuster's become a meme, and it was my literal childhood, and you all keep freaking it up, man. Where's my vape?
Dude, yeah, no, I get you.
Where's my vape?
Don't know where you put that little thing.
It's probably somewhere between the couch cushions right now.
Now, I have to ask you, because I just have a sneaking suspicion. Here, well, pause. Well, now that we're back, I have a very important question for you. Now that we're reminiscing, why don't we reminisce about an hour ago?
The faithful time.
Faithful time. Is this okay with you?
Yeah.
All right.
I actually, so, not to draw the line out further, but I've found that hour-long episodes is probably going to be best for us from now on. Because 2 hours, don't get me wrong, it's awesome to sit here and talk to you for like 2 hours. But hour-long episodes seems to be like people's attention span. So shorter episodes are typically going to do us better, unless we have like a big thing going on, in which case we'll probably spend like 5 hours talking about it.
Yeah,
but hour-long episodes sounds good to me.
I mean, usually we're able to keep it concise to like a topic or two for an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had a blast tonight. I learned so much about Assassin's fucking Creed. Learned so much about this whiskey. Like, this has been a learning experience. There's been growth.
Big learning experience here with Alex.
Big boy experience. But what I wanted to ask you, my friend,
yes,
is on a scale,
yes,
of 1 to 5 o'clock,
yes,
what are you going to give the Assassin's Creed whiskey that is made right here in our hometown?
Yes. So, overall, not unpleasant.
Right? Big deal for a whiskey for you.
But allow me to refresh my memory. Ladies and gentlemen, they're reminiscing of about an hour and some change ago. One moment.
Ding.
5 out of 5.
Really?
5 out of 5. Hands down. I will be drinking this again. I will finish this bottle within the week.
I understand that. That bottle wouldn't last a week at my house either.
This will not last a week at all. I may, so I won't lie. I'm not a boy to lie. But I may stay up, because you're planning on leaving after this. I may stay up, play on the computer a little bit, maybe do some editing. I may still enjoy this drink. I have been working out for over a week straight. Small victories. Oh, real quickly, gonna talk about that.
Absolutely.
And then we'll get back to you. Working out for a week straight, doing what he does, my buddy Christian. I want you to feel my traps. Like, actually get in there and feel it. Traps right here. So actually feeling that, as solid as that has been getting. I woke up this morning and I straight up felt it, and I like looked myself in the mirror and I was like, the hell is that? The hell is that? Muscle definition.
Nice.
I have actually been working out a lot, and I'm feeling fucking amazing. I've been learning how to fight too. Ooh, I've been having a good time. It's a good time. It's a good week. Boy, I am straight up going to Golden Corral after. I need to go to Golden Corral. Oh, I've been feeling really good lately. I'm not gonna lie. I have felt the best that I have felt in 7 fucking years. This is by far the best I felt with everything that's gone on this year. I don't give a fuck. I have felt the best that I have felt in 7 years. I have been over the moon. Hands down. I am fucking ecstatic. I'm in shape again. I'm getting more into shape. I am learning how to fight, learning how to defend myself, and learning everything that I need to learn to be a fully functional human being that can defend himself. And I get to spend my time with my best buddy, Alex.
Buddy? Dude, I'm so happy for you.
This dude gets to spend time in my chapters of my life when it matters the most. That is important.
Like, and I appreciate you letting me be a part of your life in that endeavor. Like, it means the world to me. You know, like we've talked about it a lot. This podcast, it means the absolute world. You know, I know it means a lot to you. It means a lot to me. You know, like, I look forward to every single week.
Every single week. We kind of kick ourselves whenever we miss a week too. So
we
it's
do.
Like,
we kick ourselves really hard. And like, I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous as fuck about this week because I got. I got a long fucking stretch. You know what I'm saying? And like, it is what it is. The fucking mold kicking me. Like, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. But you help me so much. Like, this is like therapy for me. It also helps me keep my fire lit, because the reason why I have still been going to the gym, because I'm like, while I know I'm not like working out as hard as you are, like, because let's face it, dude, you're doing some, like you said earlier, intermediate to advanced.
Intermediate advanced.
I'm doing like beginner to like intermediate. I've been running hard. I've been running hard as fuck.
So what's weird is we haven't done cardio. We may start doing cardio as a burnout, so that'll help us go to sleep earlier at night. But bro, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be sexy by next convention at least. But Alex, can I ask you, where does our Assassin's Creed 15th anniversary straight bourbon lie on the scale for you?
For a whiskey. Now, I did only have a half shot in the beginning and then another half shot in my drink. But I know for a fact that full shot in your drink, like me only having a half shot, I feel very deprived. That's why I have to go buy a bottle so I can kill it. The flavor of this whiskey, the fact that it doesn't feel like rubbing alcohol in your mouth, being as strong as it is. I've had things weaker than this, that make me feel like garbage. This has a phenomenal feel. It has a distinct flavor. It's not just fucking wood. You know, it's smooth. It goes down easy. I mean, hands down, one of the best whiskeys for sure. One of the best drinks, period, we've had on the show.
Plus, your mixes as well, the sours. Oh,
thanks. I think I'm gonna call them the Big Al homemade sweet and sour.
The killer.
You know, we gotta call it the killer. I mean, it was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I was very pleasantly surprised. I will make this again.
I will happily drink this any day of the week.
100%.
So good.
So, I think I'm gonna have to hand this a 5 as well. Like, this has hit the Jimmy Buffett time.
It is.
I'm usually pretty critical with whiskeys.
Oh yeah.
But this has impressed me so much. I mean, I couldn't give it any lower than a 5. I couldn't find anything negative to say about it. Genuine.
It is so good, dude. And that's coming from a person who doesn't like whiskey bourbons, period, at all. I hate whiskey. But this wasn't unpleasant to drink. And then making it into a sour, like, whoa, it's good. Like,
yeah.
God.
Now, my good man, I have to ask you, I'm talking about doing a lot of training. I know you like to look at yourself this way. I'm talking about doing a little bit of fighting. I want to know, what are you wearing?
So, been thinking about it. Instead of calling it the killer, the Hidden One Sour. Because this thing creeped up on me quick.
You've had 4 shots.
Granted, I did have 4 shots. Did I have 4 shots?
I mixed you.
We had a shot, drink, shot, drink. Shot, drink, drink. Yeah, so technically, okay, yeah, 4 shots. Which is more than I've done for a typical bourbon.
That's more than you've done for most drinks that we've made on this podcast.
Yes. So, but it creeped up on me very quickly. I don't feel completely naked, but I just downed that whole thing, so that's gonna go somewhere
If
quick.
we were to give you like another 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure you'd be in a way.
Yes, but it creeped on me in such a way that if I was a typical Templar walking about the town, living his life, minding my own business, I would feel sharp pain to my side. I'd feel a sharp pain to my side, and as I look back, I see nothing but a white hood staring me with its blank stare. And as I finally came to my resting time, I fall to my back, and it looks at me, and the last thing I hear is Resquiat Archinpachi. I am not entirely zooted but naked, but I am at peace.
Which could not possibly be more fitting for a Hidden One Sour. 3 Hidden One Sours and a half a shot. So you've had 3.5 shots. Apologies.
3.5 shots.
But
now, Alex, what are you wearing?
now I'm going to be straight up. I have only been able to have a split up. It was a whole shot, but it was split up twice due to circumstances. I know that if I had as much as you've had, and if I was actually drinking as I normally would on this podcast, I know I would be zooted very quick because it's 90 proof.
Oh yeah.
Like this is some strong stuff.
I guarantee in like 10 minutes, I'm not going to be conscious.
Now, I am also at peace. I am not dead. obviously. I mean, I'm feeling, oddly, I'm feeling pretty fucking good.
Great, even.
Absolutely wonderful. Grand and wonderful. For real, my throat's feeling a little better. So
the sterilization of the 90 proof has finally taken effect. Alex here is now able to fully breathe and fully function within the powers of the 15th anniversary Assassin's Creed Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
absolutely.
Even you actually do sound better, by the way.
I noticed. Yeah. Like, usually whenever I have an issue in my throat, whenever I would drink like whiskey to help try to fix it, like it would burn worse because my throat's usually raw.
Yeah.
You know, and I have been kind of hacking a little bit, you know, because my sinuses are running a 5K currently. But the fact that even though my throat's raw and it still just hugged its way down, right? Like it snuck down. It snuck down my esophagus.
It's straight like like making as many Assassin's Creed references as possible. It literally did sneak its way down your chest.
Seriously, this whiskey, as soon as it cleared my gums, went fucking
Full incognito.
yeah, all the way down.
Went full blend mode. But now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 5 o'clock reboot. Finally enjoying a drink to its fullest extent.
Thank God.
This has been one of my favorite drinks on the podcast, and that's not even talking about the fact that I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. But it's a genuinely good drink, and I look forward to seeing the vodka and the spiced rum come out in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Find our Discord down in the description down below. Join, talk to us, find us. Enjoy everything that we have been giving you guys thus far. And ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, we will see you in the next episode.